My question of the day.
All right, welcome back. Whitlock and Wiley, TJ Hushmanzada and LeVar Arrington are back, but TJ's actually off screen. Jim Jackson's actually here with us. Time now for Darnell's question of the day. Darnell, take it away.
All right, Whitlock, so your guy Colin Kaepernick posted a video on Twitter and IG showing himself working out, which he claimed he's been doing at 5 a.m., 5 days a week for 3 years straight. The video also included a counter showing or saying he's now been denied work for 889 days. Meanwhile, another guy who some say are being blackballed, Carmelo Anthony, asked to join Team USA, but was denied by USA basketball director Jerry Colangelo, who said Melo would have been a distraction. So I want to ask you guys, who do you feel more sorry for, Cap or Melo?
Marcellus, I'm going to throw the top of the table on you.
You're right. I'm going to catch this one. Oh, it's easy for me. It's Melo. Look, Cap, he lost his opportunity to play, it looks like, obviously. But at least he grabbed a legacy that people respect and support. He became something more than the opportunity he had as just a football player. He became bigger than that in terms of his reputation. Carmelo lost legacy and opportunity when you talk about what's going on right now. No golden parachute for Carmelo. And I blame us. I blame us talking heads who have taken people's attention from the signal because they all caught up in this noise. Football, basketball, sports is a meritocracy. It's supposed to be objectively based on production. And we are boo-booing on a Hall of Famer as he still has the ability to play his sport, whereas Kaepernick was not the same football player as Carmelo. It's amazing. Carmelo is not bankable as he should be in terms of legacy, and certainly he ain't gonna get a chance to go ball again.
We all have decisions that we have to make here, right?
Yeah.
And to come out after everything that has taken place and to say denied work, there's a whole lot of things he could be doing out there working. There's a whole lot of things he could be doing that's connected to exercising and working out. So to put out there denied work, it's almost like you're fishing for sympathy. You're looking and baiting for that support, which that's what you got in the first place. Ride with it. You made the decision to do it, and now you got to live with the consequences of what took place when you did it. Whether right or wrong, whether you support it or you don't put a workout video of yourself. It almost, first of all, it's super disingenuous, first of all. Second of all, like...
Why? Because 5 days a week, 5 in the morning?
Right.
That caught me. I like,
Come on, man.
They never did that. Never did that.
Produced.
Even when you were playing.
Produced. It's a produced video of showing you. And it's almost...
Who do you feel sorry for?
You know, I don't feel sorry for either one of them, to be honest with you. I feel sorry for him. You know what? I feel sorry for Kaepernick. I changed my mind. The reason why I feel sorry for him is because he thinks that foolishness is going to work. That's why I feel sorry for him doing that. Denied work.
Get that smoke.
Come on, man.
Listen, let me take a step further. I don't feel sorry for either one, and here's the reason why. My son is here today. When he was younger, I said, there's consequences to the decisions you choose to make, good or bad, and you got to live with it. Colin Kaepernick chose one stance. He has to live with the outcome that came with it. Carmelo Anthony had a chance when he went to New York, could have went to Chicago, okay? That could have changed the trajectory probably of his career, but he chose to get the money, which I don't blame him, okay? That's what you chose to do. So the outcomes later on are consequential on the decisions you chose to make, and you got to live with them. Do I think Carmelo deserves to play? Of course. Do I think Colin deserves to play? Yeah, but I don't feel sorry for him because I think Colin feels in his life he's made a difference, okay? Maybe it's not playing football right now, but he's made a difference. He's brought awareness. Carmelo has put together a career that I wish I could have put together in regards to the numbers and stats that a lot of people want. But I don't feel sorry for either because, again, the decisions they chose to make, you got to live with those.
Listen, I do feel sorry for Colin Kaepernick, and I say this in all sincerity. I think he's lost, and I think he's been led astray by people close to him, and it makes me feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for Carmelo. He made $250 million. I just saw him conduct an interview with Stephen A. Smith where he represented himself very well, showed a self-awareness, a depth of understanding. Carmelo Anthony is disappointing right now that his career is not ending the way that perhaps it should. But I think Carmelo Anthony's going to be fine. in every way possible. I think he's man enough to represent himself and to speak for himself and to carry himself in a way that he'll be able to find happiness and a purpose later in life. I agree with LeVar here. When I hear this guy talking about denied work, when there's other football leagues, you can go to Canada if you want a job.
Play flag.
Yeah, there's a whole
there.
Mike Vick out there?
Yeah,
personal trainer. There's the XFL, the AAF. He allegedly wanted $20 million. This sounds like I used to have a relative, man, love to sit on the couch at his mama's house, smoking weed. Ain't no job. I'm all up in this one ass, mama. Ain't no jobs out here. I'm like, really?
Listen, before you get into that, because I know it's good, I'm going to say this. We as athletes, you got to understand this. A large percentage of us can't go out the way we want. We want to. We want to exit the game the way we want to, whether that's on top on our own terms. But let's keep it real. It's only a small percentage of athletes that are able to walk away the way they want. And that's the disappointing part on the back end with a lot of guys that have Hall of Fame pedigree. I look at Kobe Bryant as a guy that accomplished so much. But because he was injured the latter part of his career, he couldn't go out the way he wanted.
And you didn't feel sorry for Kobe going out with one leg? Yes, you did.
I didn't feel sorry for him for everything he accomplished.
Still,
but
you just don't want it to go out that way.
Exactly.
Right. Come on,
I don't want it to go out that way. I don't feel sorry for him.
It's a know when to say when type
It's a know when to say
You don't want it to turn out that way for somebody like that. Carmelo Anthony, it's unfortunate for him. Carmelo had scored 28 points in his last game for Houston. And then kick rocks.
Oh, I've been there.
From a Hall of Fame.
Hold on, I've been there before.
Brother,
I scored
I've been there
23
too.
and got
And
traded
you know
the
what?
next
If you
day.
felt sorry for me, I say you're right.
But let's keep it in perspective.
Wrong.
Let's keep it in perspective here, right? Think of the name Mildred Taylor, right? You throw out the name Mildred Taylor.
Mildred Taylor, the boxer.
The boxer,
Mildred,
right?
yeah.
Mildred Taylor. All right, so boxing, Olympic gold medal, right? Or Olympic medalist. Boxed, had a brilliant career going, ends up losing a big match that changed the trajectory of his career. Still trying to fight today. Today. Think about Victor Page. Victor Page, guy that had a high trajectory with Allen Iverson, right? Ends up, a couple different things happen. He ended up losing an eye, right? Street deal, right? Still to this day thinks that he can come back and play in the NBA. Us as athletes, we have a warrior's mentality, right? We have this deal where a lot of times we don't know when to say when. I'm looking at Carmelo Anthony and
Kaepernick.
There you go, Colin Kaepernick, and both are in good health. They're in good mind, sound body.
One for sure.
At least you know.
The other one doesn't talk.
Y'all too tough up here.
All I'm saying is
this is a Hall of Famer. And he failed to this level. Y'all like, oh, too bad. Man, come on, y'all.
All right.
Y'all can't.
Before we go,
That's cold.
I'd like to commend Dolphins receiver Kenny Stills and Dolphins owner Stephen Ross for the respectful way they've handled their disagreement over President Trump. On Wednesday, Stills questioned Ross's decision to host a fundraiser for the sitting president, tweeting, "You can't have a nonprofit with this mission statement and then open your doors to Trump." Stills referenced Ross's RISE initiative, which promotes racial equality and improve race relations. Given the mainstream media's onslaught to paint the president as the most destructive man in human history, Stills' question is reasonable and appropriate. So was Ross's reply. In a written statement, Ross said, "I always have been an active participant in the democratic process. While some prefer to sit outside of the process and criticize, I prefer to engage directly and support the things I deeply care about. I have known Donald Trump for 40 years, and while we agree on some issues, we strongly disagree on many others, and I have never been bashful about expressing my opinions. I have been and will continue to be an outspoken champion of racial equality, inclusion, diversity, public education, and environmental sustainability." Kenny Stills is 27 years old. He left college at age 20, took a job at the NFL, paying him around $600,000 a year, and became a millionaire at age 24. His understanding of the world should not be as nuanced and pragmatic as a 79-year-old self-made billionaire. I have no problem with Stills using social media to question his boss or any authority. Not only is it appropriate, it's healthy. I just hope Stills is willing to listen and engage with Ross and others who disagree with his point of view. I just hope Stills is strong enough and confident enough to choose engagement and dialogue over divisive, counterproductive, and distracting protests during the national anthem. Protests and other forms of civil disobedience are effective tools when your goal is to change unjust laws. When you want an individual or a group of people to understand your point of view on a particular issue, mature dialogue is the solution. Stills is on the right path with his public questioning of Stephen Ross's political support. The silent kneeling gesture is for men and women lacking the backbone and substance to fully engage. More Speak for Yourself after this.